Thanks for checking out Higher Thought Gaming. We are here on the Tactical, and we're going to be getting into our Pyreblaster after patch 10.0. Brand new weapon. We have it maxed out. I was able to run through absolute difficulty and as well as hard siege. Now, when it comes to the weapon overall, it is very strong against Minoris Clear and Spore Mines and different things like that. It does struggle somewhat when it comes to like extremist enemies, definitely when you're leaning towards absolute. So the reason it has a good dot to it, but it just doesn't have the direct damage that the tactical is used to. So when it comes to the siege, I do like it more in that mode. But when it comes to absolute, if you have a good team dynamic, as in you're not the main source of direct damage, as like you have a sniper or a heavy, then this is a very good weapon in hard absolute as well, in absolute difficulty as well, because it does deal with all the Minoris enemies that are on the map, including the chaos enemies. It goes through them pretty fast as well. So we're going to look at the weapon itself here. Now, I did like the venting version better. It feels like it takes forever for you to ever overheat, and you can really just go in there and use this thing at will. And I did not have much trouble when it came to ammunition. The Emperor's Vengeance really fills it up very nicely when it comes to this weapon overall. And when it's coming to our perks, we'll just go into the ones that we're running in this build you're going to see the gameplay of. So we are taking improved fast venting. Now, we want this mostly. We're not really going to take advantage of this too much because it really does take this weapon a long time to overheat. But we do want internal flame because we want the burning time increased by 25%. And then we also want potent flame. The burning damage increases by 15%, which we are tying with this one right here. So an overall burning damage of 30%. We have burning 5 or more enemies. You gain 1 armor segment. We're doing this constantly throughout any gameplay that you're playing. So you're going to have 1 armor every 30 seconds. We have flash burn. Enemies at a distance of less than 10 meters take 20% more damage. We have increased capacity for our ammunition, and then we are going to finish it off with Flame of Purification. Burning enemies take 20% more melee damage. So this is a very good perk right here that will tie into our parry scan for even more damage when it comes to the melee sides of things. So I did run another build with this weapon. It was the top line here, and I did want to pick up Pure Flame just to see how it felt, but I did feel that the direct damage decrease by 50% was pretty noticeable, and direct damage is what is going to be filling your contested health. So when it comes to contested health overall, this is not as good as something like the Melter Rifle, so you are going to want to tie it with things like your team perk here of Transhuman Physiology. All right, so when we're getting into our class build here, we want to drop Acuity. You're not going to take this. You can take your 40% extra stims instead, and then take Skilled Supplier, Fortitude, and Spare Power. Definitely if you're running hard siege, take Spare Power. If not, you can switch this off as well. Then when it's coming to our overall core perks here, we have Balanced Distribution. I was just trying to add as much direct damage onto the weapon as possible to give me as much contested health back. And then we have Heightened Vigor for some survivability, Emperor's Vengeance for our ammunition, Transhuman Physiology. I do obviously love Secure Stockpile, but with this weapon, I feel like Transhuman Physiology really helps out with gaining back contested health. Then we have Scanning. Our Extremis or Terminus will give us our 50% back. Battle Focus. Now we're tying this with the burning enemies. That's going to give us 20% melee damage. And then Battle Focus is going to add our scan for more damage. And then we also want Concentrated Fire for our hard-hitting scans. And it feels all right when you can get them scanned up and get the burning dot on them. And then we're going to finish it off with Radiating Impact. Very powerful signature perk right there. And that is basically how I am going to be building out the Pyreblaster for the video that you're going to see right here. We do have the Plasma Pistol for any type of extra contested health gain that we need. This is a great weapon for it. We are in the fire rate version, and then I have mine set up right here for the video you're going to watch. But this, honestly, the Plasma Pistol has multiple builds that are very good. And if you are interested, you can just check out a previous video of mine, and there are a lot of builds in there. And then we have our Fencing Chainsword here. Can't wait to unlock this heroic. Leave in the comments what heroic you want unlocked next. And, you know, whatever the most people are wanting and what's really not out there yet, that is basically what I'm going to unlock, just so we can really all get a good sense of how every weapon is performing. So overall, I do love this weapon. I think it feels a lot better even in the in PvE than it does in something like the campaign. So I think they did a great job. Well, not this weapon, but I think it was the Pyro Cannon that's in yeah, that's what's in the campaign, right? But either way, it does feel really good, guys. Let me know what you think about this weapon if you used it, and I will have a more detailed build coming soon for this weapon when I have some more time to go through with it. I do appreciate you guys checking out this video, and I will catch you on the next one.
Triumph over whatever they said. Eyes on a Neurothrope. Stealthy Xenos can't hide. Prioritize the more serious threats. Neurothrope sighted. Aim for its head. Enhanced visuals incoming. Keep your attention on the strongest threats.
Excellent. The major threat has been wiped out.